What is up, guys? We're back with another video. A lot of you guys have been asking about my musket build and what attributes I take, so I wanted to put together a quick video going over what I chose to do for the Lazarus expedition. This isn't the build that I run all the time, and it's going to change a lot depending on what sort of expedition I'm doing, or if I'm doing corrupted portals, or if I'm doing PvP. So this is a very specific build for this specific dungeon, so just keep that in mind. So this is the attribute distribution that I went with. I just have a little bit of cont because of the armor that I had. And usually I run a little over 300 dex and don't have any points in intelligence. But because I wanted to create a video mainly for the musket, I swapped up my attributes and I went for the 200 dex bonus that increases headshot damage, which is really good for the musket in PvE. And for this is exactly why I wanted to go intelligence. So at the 150 attribute bonus, you get the 15% increased to elemental damage, and because we're in Lazarus, lightning damage does increase damage to them. So and I have a lightning gem in my musket that I'll show you guys in a second, but let's see what else. So the 5% chance to critical hit is really good, obviously, with the musket. 5% thrust damage. Musket is thrust damage, so that's helpful. This isn't really that helpful in PvE, but you need it to get to the 10% bonus headshot damage. And the first two intelligence attribute bonuses are useless, unfortunately, but just stacking points into intelligence will help the secondary attributes of the musket, and it allows you to reach the 15% increase to elemental damage. So I'm going to go over the gear and some of the attribute food bonuses and consumables I was using. So let's go with this first. This is a helmet I made that has 22 cont, which actually doesn't help me at all, but like I said earlier, it would have cost me some gold just to swap up my whole set, so I just kept most of my pieces, but I swapped out a couple. My chest has 22 dex, which is really nice. 13 dex, 8 cont on my gloves, 22 dex on my pants, and 20 dex on my boots. I also used orichalcum cartridges for this to increase my damage by 1.2%. Instead of the 1.13 from the star medal. Sorry, not percent, but it multiplies it by 1.20. And then my spear has the 28 dex. That helps a lot to reach that dex threshold that we want to hit. And then this is the musket. This is a musket that I was using. So the strength is actually useless for this build, but it has the 9 dex. It has the enchanted, which is arguably the best perk you could have on the musket. And then electrified, which increases, which is 40% damage is converted to lightning. And because ancients are weak to lightning, this thing was just smacking them, and that's why we wanted the 15% increased damage to elemental damage, the 150 elemental attribute bonus. So, yeah, so that's a really good musket to have here. And then my neck is just the 19 dex. I have 20 dex on here and keen awareness, which increases my critical chance, which is really good. And then 20 dex on my earring, and the luck is helpful, but it doesn't increase my damage at all for this build. And in terms of consumables, I was using the common honing stone, and the description is wrong, but this just increases the weapon damage. I don't know off the top of my head how much, but it's a 15-minute buff. And then I had the strong ancient coating. And then what food was I using? I was using the blueberry glazed ham hawk with steamed vegetables, which increases my dex by 12. So that just helps me reach that dex threshold. And this is the moment that everyone has been waiting for. This is the build that I run for PvE. So I take powder burn, I take power shot, and I take shooter stance. These are arguably going to be the best abilities you could take in PvE. You don't need stopping power because of the perks are quite useless in PvP, or sorry, PvE, and the traps are useless in PvE. Sticky Bump could be okay for pulling a lot of mobs, but we're kind of focused on boss damage and single target damage. So Backdraft is really good. It just increases your standard musket shots by 12% while your target is on fire from powder burn. And we don't take bullseye just because if you do miss that headshot, this is just a useless point. So we take first blood. That increases your damage by 10% to targets with full health. So you always want to load your musket with power shot first thing. And initial engagement, when you hit with power shot, gain in power, which increases the damage you deal by 10%. So Both of these pair really well to make this the first shot that you shoot at your target. And this increases your musket damage by 5% if aimed down sight for more than 3 seconds. So try to, when you are when you're in an expedition, just try to stay zoomed in for as long as you can. And shooter stance, it pairs well with this passive. And we want to go for basically every headshot passive in the sharpshooter tree. So we go for empowering headshot that grants empower on successful headshots, which pairs really well with this. So it's just like an increasing, over time increasing damage build, which is really nice. And then standard attack headshots reduce all musket ability cooldowns by 10%. So this will just allow you to use powder burn, power shot, and shooter stance more often. And then heightened precision also incentivizes to stay zoomed in. So this effect, it will stop when you stop aiming down the sight, but it has a potential 2.5% damage increase for 6 stacks, which is really nice. And then we take both passives for shooter stance. We take shoot more, that allows you to shoot 5 shots instead of 3. And if 3 consecutive shots hit the target, reduce all other cooldowns by 25%. So in PvE, this should be fairly easy to hit 3 consecutive most of the time. And then sniper is the ultimate passive. The zoom is okay. It's sometimes fun to play around with, but it grants a 15% damage increase to all headshots, which is just insane. That's the main reason we take this passive. Salt on the wounds increases your damage by 10% to targets below 30%. So just, you know, bosses, this will help you. This will help you just burn them down faster. This is okay. A lot of the mobs in Lazarus actually do have shields, so this will help you burn down that stamina bar faster. And hustle just increases your movement speed, so you can get away from mobs faster. And empowering weakness, there will almost always be an active debuff on a target, so this just adds another empower. So what is that? That's already a 25% empower if you do all of this successfully. Tactical reload is really nice. This will allow you just to instantly reload your musket when you dodge, and just pay attention to the 6-second cooldown, and it's gonna actually come up faster than you think. So the reload takes about maybe a second to reload. So every 3 shots, 3 to 4 shots, just dodge and you get an instant reload. And then this just increases damage by 10% to targets with an active crowd control. So you can't actually CC a boss, but most of the ads that you'll be pulling will be CC'd by your team. So this will help a lot. And just looking at the other passives that we could take, none of them are really going to help as much as like the hustle. So this is the build, and I'm going to be showing you guys here in a second just a clip of the last boss in Lazarus, and just some of the pulls we had clearing the mobs going leading up to the bosses.
Who has chain fire on their weapon?
It's just the tank.
I think the tank has chain fire on his weapon,
Yeah,
and they're all
he
like
does.
immune.
He does.
They're all immune to fire. Not immune, but
Freeze it.
yeah.
What is this dude doing?
Wait, it got red. I didn't understand this mechanic. Oh, you gotta say G-O-R? Is that it?
You just gotta sound on the same.
Yeah, I'm in G. We need someone in O.
I'm here.
Oh, shit.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Archer is just.
I'm on O. Nobody's on G or F though.
I'm at G right now.
Sit on F.
I'm just gonna stand here. Do I have to go back in? Oh, yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Ready? Stand on this one. Alright. Okay, we're good. We open the second
Yeah,
door. We're good. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
I have a feeling this dude's not an actual tank.
I think only one person can stand on it.
Damn.
Question, could that be another Azoth tree? Good. I'm curious to see how hard you're gonna hit on the boss this time. What was the other last time? 30k? No, okay. You gotta beat 30.
I have to watch out for his hands, bro. Just do damage to him.
Oh, okay, I see the hands. If I stay in the middle, nothing happens.
Yep.
Look at that. I'm just gonna stay stopped in here. Look at that. He can't reach me. Let's see, does that? Yeah.
Get some reds up on this guy.
Yeah. I just used it actually.
He's so slow, it's so easy to dodge.
Oh, this is laser. Whoever has it, let's go. Oh my god, it's a tank. This dude's probably clueless.
Yes.
There goes your defy death.
Wait, what do you have to do?
Die, man.
No, it's just a DPS thing, but yeah, our tank's dead. Shoot.
It means. Oh, I'm doing crazy damage. What the? Oh, okay, and he's dead like this. He takes lots of damage.
Dead, yeah.
So when you have the laser on you, you just go to one of these ball thingies.
Well,
then you
specifically the right side because he does the left side first anyway.
Okay.
Okay. I need a medic, please and thank you. Oof. The J's, I know it's gonna come over again. Oh shit.
Oh my god, he can dodge those hands. That's so cheese.
Okay, can we get a red on him?
I'm gonna right now. He's ran on him. Laser time, ready? Rend on him.
I wish I did all this damage all the time.
Break first. Where's first laser? He's rend. again.
What are those balls? We have to destroy that?
Oh, ours went away. Oof, we have to get this ball real quick. Yeah, we have to break this thing. The right side was too long, I guess it despawned. And take, yeah.
Again on you. He loves you, bro.
Oh wait, Ray, stay out of the left side. If you go in the purple thing, you're dead.
Okay. Okay, now we gotta stay in the middle.
Yeah. Good break.
So unfortunately, we actually ended up wiping on this boss just because our pug's tank died in about 30 seconds off the rip. So we did clear him next time. But I do want to say that the musket on the first boss of Lazarus is pretty difficult. She's like this snake-like creature, and it's actually really hard to hit her. Her hitbox is pretty wonky. So I didn't want to show that just because I ended up using the spear so we could actually kill her and take her down. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope this build will help you maybe create your own build or just use this one if you think it's going to work for you. This is a strictly PvE build, so keep that in mind as you move forward. And I am streaming on Twitch at JBravoTV, so come by. I'll be streaming today, the day that this video is posted, and many days after. So if you guys have any questions about the musket or about my build, come by and we'll chat.
We won't be able to kill
Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next one.